I'm Fox 26 meteorologist John Dawson. This is the tropical forecast just for YouTube. Glad you found us here on YouTube. We're here every day of hurricane season, and we're glad you found us. A little bit after 4 o'clock is when we're normally here, giving you the latest on what's happening in the tropics. Now, if there is something going on, and especially if it's moving towards the Gulf Coast or even the East Coast of the U.S., then we might even be here more often than just once a day. But for now, for sure, when things are quiet, we're once a day, a little bit after 4 p.m. Again, glad you found us on the Fox 26 YouTube channel. Maybe we just kind of popped up in a search you were doing. We're glad we could be in your eyes today as we're kind of looking at what's happening in the tropics. So it's Saturday, and we've got high pressure that's been in control of the Gulf of Mexico, still doing its thing, really even just kind of getting rid of all chances of rain or any sort of organization. We like the way that sounds for sure. We've been watching sort of this area of sort of a trough where this has some showers and some storms. Has brought a lot of rain to Cuba and into the central Bahamas, now sort of positioning itself a little bit more where it's pretty much just raining out in the western portions of the Atlantic. That's a lot better scenario because it's been way too much rain for what Cuba needs and for the Bahamas as well. So conditions there improving somewhat. So while there might be a tropical wave or two kind of mixed in amongst some spots around the Atlantic, the National Hurricane Center giving us our favorite messaging in that they are not expecting a tropical cyclone to form within the next 7 days. So again, that's all good news. We like to hear that. We are always sort of checking in on where we are in the season. 6 months out of the year we call hurricane season. We are in the very first month of that. The peak is much later on. We'll see things ramp up a bit once we get into August. We've sort of got several different sort of climate type things that are happening with El Nino, this pattern that we see where we've got a little more winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere over the Atlantic, and that sort of traditionally would mean we would see less storms, which we like that. So these sort of numbers might be varied just a little bit, all hopefully just a little bit lower. But of course, it doesn't really matter how many storms they are, it's where they go. And so we'll be prepared, we'll be watching. Now in June though, historically speaking, there's a couple areas that we watch a little bit closer. Again, this isn't necessarily in an El Nino year, but just in a year, average year overall. And the western portions of the Gulf of Mexico into the Bay of Campeche, that's an area that we're watching right now, not going to be a concern because of that high pressure. Western side of the Caribbean, also somewhere that we're going to keep an eye on, and then over into the Bahamas, which is kind of where we've seen that trough that kind of moved on through as it moved from that western portions of the Caribbean kind of up into the Bahamas and then now sort of out into the Atlantic. So fortunately that didn't develop into anything, but that's sort of the scenario. Get enough spin kind of rotated in there. There's plenty of thunderstorms. You could get that organization and then a tropical system kind of spins off of that a little bit. Did not happen this time around. We've already had one name stormed, Arlene. We've had 2 tropical depressions, one of them becoming Arlene. So the next time we see a depression, it'll be 3. Next time we give something a name, another tropical storm, that will be named Brett as we continue to move through these names this year. The Fox 26 weather app. Now, even if you're not in the Houston area, the Fox 26 weather app is going to be a great tool for you. Go to your favorite app store, search Fox 26 weather app. Now, there is a Fox 26 news app. Don't get that one if you're looking for weather information. It's a great app, of course, but the Fox 26 weather app is the one you're going to want because it has tropical information on it. So make sure you get that downloaded. Plus, it has a follow me function. It works anywhere in the United States. It would be great to have for sure. If you want to follow me on social media, I'd appreciate that as well. I'm at John Dawson Fox 26. I'd encourage you to look me up on Instagram. You can also look me up on TikTok, at John Dawson Fox 26, and here on YouTube, I'm searchable for meteorologist John Dawson. That's going to be the easiest way you can find me on YouTube is if you look it up that way. It'd be great to have you follow me. Love to hear from you where you are and when you're able to kind of get an update and look at our YouTube channel here. That would be fantastic information. As I said, we're here every day, so check back in tomorrow after 4 p.m. Central Time, and we'll see what's the latest in the tropics.